were fair-skinned, and most of them had blonde hair. This is what my friend said. "Oh, here comes the black family." And sure enough, the Andersons were introduced. They were African Americans. I asked him if he had seen this episode before, and how did he know that the family was going to be black. He simply responded that in almost every episode of Family Feud, there was always a white family and a black family. African Americans are now not only welcomed in American society, but expected and needed. This is 2014, and there is still discrimination according to race. However, more times than not, whites are the ones being discriminated. While looking at a list of clubs available at colleges and universities within the United States, you will almost always come across ethnic groups. When researching clubs, I took a look at the clubs available at Harvard. There was a separate category for cultural and racial initiatives. Groups came up such as the Harvard Society of Arab Students, Islamic Society, and of course the ever-popular Asian American Brotherhood. If there was a White Brothers of Harvard club, it would be considered racist because it discriminates against the color of a person's skin. So how is there a list of about 50 clubs at Harvard doing just that, discriminating against race? Racism has come full circle, and now it's the whites that are being discriminated and segregated. Many colleges were created in order to educate African Americans when they were prohibited from attending colleges for whites. Today, these colleges are known as historically black colleges and are technically not allowed to admit or deny applicants based on race. There are approximately 100 historically black colleges and universities, but only a few of them are still composed primarily of African American students. These colleges and universities only accept a few white students and are well known as black colleges. I think that it is preposterous that such colleges exist in a world where race simply should not matter. The most evident example of reverse discrimination is in applying for jobs or scholarships. When applying for a job or even taking the SATs, discrimination is everywhere. For example, the PSATs have a national Hispanic recognition program and a national scholarship service, which offers a free advisory and referral service for African American students who plan to attend 2-year or 4-year colleges and universities. These are scholarships awarded to strictly African Americans, and others are not accepted. Yet, there is no scholarship just for whites. When applying to colleges, a person of color has a higher chance of getting accepted than a Caucasian of exactly the same academic achievements because colleges want diversity in their student body. Being a white student is not the best when applying to schools. Between all black colleges, clubs, and scholarships for African Americans, it is evident that racism has come almost full circle, and now whites are the ones being discriminated. I understand that African Americans in the United States were mistreated from the very beginning of our country. The Africans were brought over as slaves. Just recently, African Americans are treated equally, but have we gone too far? Are the rights of whites being stripped away? Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream, but I think that the world has gone above and beyond what Dr. King ever expected. Sometimes, honestly, I wish I was black. I feel that more opportunities when applying for jobs in colleges. Racism and discrimination are not right no matter who is the victim, and everyone should be treated the same regardless of the color of their skin.